If there is one practical thing that Democrats can do right now that would help them regain power, it's never speak to Trump in person. No, I'm kidding. That's stupid. No, it's this. Inspire your moderates to vote in the primaries. Get that base excited. You have the numbers. After Congressman Moulton made his comment about his daughter not getting run over, he added, "But as a Democrat, I'm supposed to be afraid to say that." Well, then change what you're supposed to be afraid.
All right, everyone. It's finally happening. The clash we've all been waiting for is about to unfold. Sharp-tongued and unapologetically bold, comedian Bill Maher is once again stepping into the spotlight, this time turning his sharp humor and growing frustration toward the Democrats. He is publicly criticizing them for not stepping forward to have an open discussion. Why are they so terrified of being called out?
People ask me all the time, why haven't you ever had Hillary or Bill Clinton on? Why didn't you have Kamala on during the last campaign? You think we don't ask? We ask these people every week. They say no. It took 8 years and a petition to get Obama on. And these are people, all people I voted for. Think about that. They're afraid to come on the show of a guy who voted.
Surprised? You shouldn't be. Bill Maher isn't pulling any punches this time. With every pointed remark, he's exposing just how shaky the Democrats' path forward really is, leaving their leaders scrambling for cover. I'm not here to go off on another rant. This is a warning shot to a party on the edge. And hey, if you enjoy these unfiltered takes, make sure to hit that subscribe button. It keeps you in the loop and gives me the drive to keep speaking out. Now let's cut to the chase.
The Republicans, they show up. And when they do, they take their beating like a man. You went down to Mar-a-Lago and kissed his after that.
Oh, bullshit.
When the Mueller report came out, I feel like you mischaracterized it, and I feel that was shady. But you campaigned for election deniers in 2022. This I do not forgive. The Republicans, including you, January 6th, etc., are the ones who are no longer willing to play by the rules of democracy. Amendment 22, no person shall be elected to the office of the president more than twice. And yet you keep talking about Trump's maybe you should have this. Here,
Bill Maher isn't just venting for attention. His concern is real and his alarm bells are ringing loud. He's trying to draw attention to a problem that many Democrats seem determined to overlook, or maybe they just don't see it at all. Right? At this point, it's not about small policy disagreements anymore. It's about something much deeper. What happens when a political party begins to lose its base and pushes aside voices that dare to think differently? That's what Maher is confronting head on, putting down the gauntlet and criticizing Democrats for not addressing their own internal issues.
Even though most Democrats are not far left, they're mild-mannered and moderate, at least at my bathhouse. If there is one practical thing that Democrats can do right now that would help them regain power, it's never speak to Trump in person. No, I'm kidding. That's stupid. After Congressman Moulton made his comment about his daughter not getting run over, he added, "But as a Democrat, I'm supposed to be afraid to say that." Well, then change what you're supposed to do.
He kicks things. It all begins with one glaring issue. Democrats seem afraid of open debate. And honestly, it's kind of embarrassing. Bill Maher argues that for all their flaws, Republicans aren't afraid to take a hit. They show up, take the criticism head on, and keep moving, even when it stings. But Maher sees the opposite happening on the Democratic side.
It's horrible for a guy like you, who you spent your whole life talking about how government tries to do too much, which it does, and spends too much. And here you have Trump, who is the Republican, who is aggrandizing more power than anybody, as we just talked about. And on the other side, you have the guy running in New York, Mandami, right? Okay, who's like a straight-up communist. I mean, he is. He talks about, the things that communists say. I mean, he wants free grocery stores, free buses.
I want him to win.
You want him to win?
Yeah. I think every 20 years or so.
Wait.
We need every 20 years or so, we need a conspicuous, confined experiment with socialism so we can crack it up.
A party retreating into echo chambers instead of stepping into honest discussion and healthy disagreement. That's his real warning. If Democrats keep dodging tough conversations, they risk alienating their core supporters and losing their grip on the future. Maher insists the problem runs deeper than policy.
I must tell the usual suspects on the far left that the saying is, when you're in a hole, stop digging. not keep digging. Talk about doubling down on what got you in the first place. Even the one concession I've heard a few people on the losing side offer, that liberals should stop saying the Trump voters are stupid, comes with a kind of unspoken parentheses. We know they are stupid, just don't.
It's about a refusal to challenge comfort and complacency. The party is cruising along calm political waters, carefully avoiding any wave that might rock the boat. He doesn't hold back, calling out Democrats for failing to attract the moderates who decide elections. Meanwhile, the far left grows louder, drowning out the quiet majority who feel left behind.
You can't define woman, I mean person who menstruates. You're the teachers union education party, and you've turned schools and colleges into a joke. You just lost a crazy contest to an actual crazy person. You love to speak truth to power, and we always should, but you have completely lost the ability to speak truth.
And here's the twist. Republicans, despite their own messes, are gaining ground, not because they're perfect, but because Democrats are hesitant. Maher shakes his head at the irony. It should be easy for Democrats to keep their lead if they simply embraced moderation and faced real issues head on. His message is unmistakable.
Socialist slogan used to be, workers of the world unite, you have nothing to lose but your chains. The new socialist slogan is, trust us, this time it won't be a mess. So, when the post-war Labour government in Britain was about to get started, one of their leading lights was a socialist named Nurian Bevan. He said, what could go wrong? He said, we have a nation bedded on coal, surrounded by fish. It would take an organizational genius to have a shortage of either. In 3 years, they had a shortage of both.
Progress doesn't come from hiding behind slogans or silencing dissent. True strength comes from adapting, listening, and standing firm through criticism. And if the party keeps walling itself off inside its own echo chamber, Maher warns, it won't just lose elections. It'll lose its identity, paints a dismal image. Democrats will be trapped while the nation moves forward without them if they keep acting in this way. That's a pretty straightforward point, isn't it? But Maher doesn't stop there. He's equally unimpressed with the so-called alternatives. While he's busy calling out the Democrats for their lack of courage, he's also warning about the danger of letting the far left steer the entire agenda. Sure, every generation brings new energy, and Gen Z has plenty of that, but Maher insists that passion alone won't win elections. Selling dreams is easy. Turning those dreams into action is where the real test begins, especially when a party is divided within itself. Without sugarcoating anything, Maher warns that these internal fractures could lead the Democrats towards self-sabotage, more losses than victories. Does anyone else feel how urgent this is? Because Maher certainly does. He's urging the party to break out of its comfort zone and craft a message that connects both with moderates and younger voters. Then comes his next big question. What exactly are Democrats teaching voters these days? They talk big, bold slogans, grand ideas for reform, but where's the follow-through? Maher challenges them to face a hard truth. Speeches don't win loyalty, results do. His frustration runs deep. As Democrats avoid tough debates, Maher accuses them of dodging reality itself. Meanwhile, he highlights how Republicans, for all their faults, at least face criticism head on. Their willingness to answer hard questions stands in stark contrast to the Democrats' evasive silence. Maher's message is clear. Real leadership means finding common ground, not surrendering to the loudest voices. It means adapting, reframing, and creating policies that resonate across generations and ideologies. But he's not just criticizing that, he's calling for action. Democrats, he says, have tiptoed around vital issues like healthcare and education for too long. Instead of addressing public concerns, they seem afraid of backlash. And that hesitation, Maher warns, risks losing the trust of those waiting for genuine direction. Even beyond politics, he argues, this avoidance drives away potential allies, including industries that crave partners unafraid to confront hard problems. It's a missed opportunity for cooperation and progress. So Maher's plea is simple but powerful. Democrats, it's time to step up. Stop clinging to the safe narrative. Lead when your supporters are crying out for courage. Will they listen? That's the question he leaves hanging, one that sparks the real debate. And let's be honest, the best discussions always unfold right here in the comments. So what do you think? Are the Democrats truly ready to face the reforms they keep promising? Share your thoughts below. The conversation starts with you.